Title: Stefon Diggs breaks down after Cardi B reveals the real reason for their breakup. It all began on a quiet Sunday night, the kind of night when the internet usually sleeps. But not this time. Out of nowhere, Cardi B went live, her voice trembling, eyes red from tears. Her followers instantly knew something was wrong. The comments section exploded. "Cardi, what's going on? Where's Stefon? Please tell me this isn't about Diggs." Within minutes, she took a deep breath and whispered the words no one expected to hear. "Me and Stefon, we not together no more." Broken heart, the emotional reveal. Cardi B sat on her couch, wearing one of Stefon's old hoodies, the same one he gave her during their first vacation in Turks and Caicos. Her eyes were swollen, but she didn't care about makeup or filters this time. She wanted to speak her truth. "Sometimes love ain't enough when two people start to grow in different directions," she said softly. "I'll always respect him. I'll always love him, but right now, we needed space to heal, to breathe, to find ourselves again." She didn't throw shade. She didn't expose him. But fans noticed her tone, a woman hurt, but still holding on to love. And as her live ended abruptly, the world turned its eyes to Stefon Diggs. Crying face Stefon's heartfelt response. Hours later, Stefon posted an Instagram story, just a black screen with one sentence. "I never thought love would hurt like this." No photo, no caption, just silence. Then, around midnight, he went live, something he rarely did. The usually composed NFL star couldn't hold back his emotions. His eyes glistened, his voice broke several times as he tried to explain his side. "I ain't here to argue or blame nobody," he began quietly. She's the realest woman I've ever known. She gave me a love that changed me. But somewhere along the line, I stopped being what she needed." As he paused, he took off his chain, the one engraved with her initials, and stared at it for a moment. "I messed up by thinking football could fix the pain. I worked so hard trying to be perfect for the game that I forgot how to be perfect for her." Fans flooded the comments. "Man, this is breaking my heart. You can see the pain in his eyes. Steph really loved that woman. Cloud with rain, the real reason behind the breakup." Later, sources close to Cardi revealed what truly led to the split. It wasn't infidelity or betrayal, it was distance. Between Stefon's demanding NFL schedule and Cardi's music, branding, and motherhood duties, they barely saw each other. They tried to make it work, one insider shared. But every time they planned a break together, one of them had a show, a shoot, or a game. The love was there, but the time wasn't. Cardi reportedly felt like she was losing herself trying to hold on to a relationship that was constantly stretched thin. She told friends, "I'm tired of loving from a distance. I need presence, not promises." Still, she never once disrespected him, a rare sign of maturity in the entertainment world. Speech balloon, a private text that leaked. A screenshot later went viral showing an alleged private message from Stefon to Cardi. "Even if we never get back, I'll always thank you for teaching me what real love feels like." Though neither confirmed the message's authenticity, it matched the tone of everything fans had already seen. It wasn't about anger, it was about heartbreak. Cardi, meanwhile, posted a cryptic tweet the next morning. "Sometimes walking away is the loudest, I love you. Crescent moon, the night that changed everything." Insiders say the final conversation between them happened in Los Angeles, at Stefon's rented villa in Beverly Hills. Cardi arrived late at night after an awards show. They talked for hours, both crying, both knowing what was coming. Stefon reportedly held her hand and whispered, "You're the one I prayed for. I just didn't know how to keep you." Cardi kissed his forehead and replied softly, "Maybe in another lifetime, baby." That night, she left quietly, no yelling, no slammed doors. Just two broken souls choosing peace over pain. Dizzy fans react worldwide. Social media exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Cardi and Stef forever and hashtag bring them back began trending. Some fans made emotional edits showing their best moments, the vacations, the gifts, the laughter, and the baby rumors that once filled headlines. Even celebrities weighed in. Nicki Minaj posted, "Sometimes two powerful people just need time apart. I hope they both find peace." Rihanna commented with a simple heart emoji on Cardi's post. A$AP Rocky liked Stefan's video, a quiet sign of brotherly support. Candle Stefan's breakdown. A week later, during an interview with ESPN, the topic came up unexpectedly. Stefan froze for a second, lowered his head, and said quietly, "That woman, she believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. I'll always owe her that." His eyes watered, and he looked away from the camera. The room fell silent. When the interview ended, he posted a short clip of him walking out to the field before a game, captioned, "Playing for peace now." Fans couldn't help but notice the new tattoo on his arm, a small heart wrapped in barbed wire, symbolizing love that hurts yet endures. Rose the legacy of their love. Even after their breakup, both still carried traces of each other. Cardi's latest track reportedly features a verse inspired by their story. "He gave me wings, but the wind took him away." And Stefan was seen wearing a silver bracelet that Cardi gifted him during their first Christmas together, a reminder that some loves never fade completely. Insiders say they still occasionally text, not to rekindle, but to make sure the other is okay. It's bittersweet, a connection that refuses to die, even when the relationship does. Red Heart the final word. Months later, Cardi spoke in an interview about healing. "We didn't break up because we stopped loving each other. We broke up because we started losing ourselves trying to make it work. And sometimes, loving someone means letting them go." Meanwhile, Stefan shared on X, formerly Twitter, "No bad blood. Just lessons and love." And that's how fans knew, this wasn't just another celebrity breakup. It was a love story that burned bright, ended softly, and left both stronger. Title: Stefan Diggs breaks down after Cardi B reveals the real reason for their breakup. It had been days since the internet was set ablaze by one shocking headline: Cardi B and Stefan Diggs split. The world refused to believe it. For months, they were everyone's favorite power couple, the rapper and the NFL star whose chemistry lit up every red carpet and whose smiles told stories words couldn't capture. But behind those viral moments and matching outfits, something deeper had been brewing, and now the truth was finally out. The tension before the storm. Stefan had felt it long before the public did, the cold silences, the missed calls, the way Cardi's laughter didn't sound the same. Every time he reached for her, she'd smile, but her eyes betrayed something else. It wasn't anger. It wasn't pride. It was pain. Their relationship had been born in fire, intense, passionate, and fast. But fame has its claws, and every rumor, every fan theory, every blog headline became a spark threatening to ignite everything they'd built. When Stefan traveled for games, Cardi was often in the studio or filming. At first, the distance made their reunions even more magical: surprise visits, private jet trips, handwritten notes. But then came the unspoken exhaustion. They were both successful, both busy, both everywhere, except with each other. Cardi's tearful revelation. When Cardi finally broke her silence during a surprise Instagram live, the world tuned in like it was a movie premiere. She sat in her home studio, wearing a simple white hoodie and no makeup. The rawness in her face told everyone that this wasn't a publicity stunt. "I didn't want to talk about it," she began softly, wiping away tears. "'Cause this ain't about clout or blogs, this is about love, real love that just got too heavy for both of us." Her voice cracked as thousands of comments flooded the live feed. "Stef's a real one," she continued. "He's a good man, but sometimes love alone ain't enough when you both carry so much pain inside. We was trying to heal each other when we hadn't healed ourselves." Cardi explained that the relationship started to change after her back-to-back tours and Stefan's grueling NFL schedule. We barely saw each other, she said. And when we did, it was arguments about time, trust, and what people online said. We stopped being teammates and started being opponents. But the moment that broke Stefan, and millions of fans, was when Cardi admitted she felt she was losing herself. I realized I was becoming somebody I didn't recognize, she confessed. I love him, but I had to love myself too. That's the truth. Stefan's reaction, the breakdown. Stefan Diggs reportedly watched the live stream alone in his Maryland mansion. Close friends later shared that he broke down the moment. She said, I had to love myself too. For a man known for his confidence, swagger, and composure, Stefan was undone. He reportedly turned off his phone, sat in silence, and cried for the first time in years. He wasn't angry, said one of his teammates. He was just heartbroken. He kept saying, I should have been there more. I should have listened more. Later that night, he posted a single story on Instagram, a black screen with the words, I never stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to love you right, broken heart. The post went viral instantly, sparking millions of reactions from fans across the world. Support poured in for both of them. But behind the trending hashtags, Stefan was truly struggling. Friends described him as distant, quiet, and reflective. He stopped going out, turned down several appearances, and focused solely on football, though even during practice, coaches noticed his distraction. Every touchdown, every cheer from the crowd reminded him of her, the woman who had believed in him when the world doubted. Flashbacks of their love. Their story had been the stuff of dreams. From late-night studio visits to courtside date nights, Stefan and Cardi seemed inseparable. They laughed at the same jokes, matched their outfits, and often surprised each other with extravagant gifts. There was the infamous $100 million surprise gesture that broke the internet, and that heartfelt Valentine's Day video where Stefan whispered, "You're my peace in the chaos." Those moments now replayed in his mind like haunting echoes. He remembered the nights Cardi stayed up to watch his games, screaming in excitement every time he scored. The way she'd call him, my champion. And now, all he could think was, what if love wasn't supposed to hurt this much? The private meeting. Weeks after the revelation, Stefan requested a private meeting. No cameras. No entourage, just him and Cardi. She agreed, under one condition, no media, no drama. They met at a quiet rooftop restaurant in New York. When Cardi arrived, wearing a simple black coat, Stefan stood up immediately. The silence between them said more than any words could. "I saw your live," he said softly. "I know," she replied. "I saw your story." He looked at her with tears glistening in his eyes. "I never wanted to lose you." She smiled faintly. "You didn't lose me, Stef. You just have to let me breathe." They talked for hours, about fame, pressure, love, and everything they'd survived together. When it was time to go, Stefan reached for her hand one last time. "Maybe someday," he whispered. "Maybe," she said. The aftermath. After their meeting, Stefan returned to training camp with a renewed focus. He told teammates he wanted to channel the pain into greatness. Cardi, on the other hand, poured her emotions into music. Her upcoming album reportedly features several tracks inspired by their relationship, including one fans speculate is titled, "Healing Ain't Easy." But despite the separation, neither of them has spoken ill of the other. They still follow each other on Instagram, occasionally liking each other's posts, silent acknowledgements that love doesn't always die, sometimes, it just changes form. Fans react worldwide. Fans were divided, some heartbroken, others inspired. "They showed us real love, not perfect love," one fan wrote on X, "Sometimes letting go is the most mature thing you can do." Many called for them to reconcile, while others praised Cardi for choosing self-care and emotional growth. Mental health experts even highlighted her statement as a powerful example of recognizing one's limits in a high-pressure relationship. Epilogue, the unspoken bond. Months later, Stefan was spotted wearing the diamond bracelet Cardi gave him on their first anniversary. When a reporter asked if he'd moved on, he smiled faintly and said, "You never really move on from someone who changed your life. You just learn to keep walking." And somewhere in her studio, Cardi listened to